Alright, hello and welcome to this Blizzard update, Blizzard Aftermath update, and look at this satellite image here. This is the Modus Natus satellite image of this blizzard, this coastal low. Oh my God, this thing has one of the most beautiful forms I've ever seen in a coastal storm. We're gonna get a look at this, and then we're gonna look at some of the snow totals. But I mean, just look at this. We're gonna zoom in and take a closer look at this beautiful storm here, and just look at the symmetry of everything here. Incredible, and you can see snow on the ground all the way up until Georgia here. So by the time this thing pulls out, snow will be on the ground pretty much from North Florida all the way up the entire East Coast, which is pretty incredible. And there's also snow over here too, so a lot of snow covering the country right now for sure. And here we go. We're going to zoom in even closer and just look at the convection around the center of this thing. Really, really incredible storm. And you can see there actually was some reports of thunder snow actually out in Suffolk County. We didn't get to see any of it, but really impressive storm. And I'm sorry I didn't have any more footage for you of it, but it is very, very, very exhausting just to go out there and take that short video. It was very hard to walk around out there and just just the conditions were just really bad. I mean, to the point of snowing so hard you almost couldn't breathe. So too dangerous to really do too much out there other than take that short little video. But you can see here other than that, I stayed in, and I really hope most of you in our area stayed in, did not go out. Most places were closed today, as they should be due to these conditions. This storm turned out to be much more intense than I thought it would be. The models had this storm, underestimated this storm completely. This storm, the models are so far off with the snowfall totals. It is not even funny. All right, none of them were really even close to anticipating just how big this storm was going to be, and I think definitely is going to be one of the biggest snowstorms and blizzards we ever had. So now let's go ahead and look at the snowfall totals. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these snowfall totals. We're going to start from our Weather Service office in Connecticut. Connecticut got hit pretty hard too. They got close to a foot in certain areas. Connecticut got hit pretty hard too, just as hard as Long Island. Even Bergen County, which I thought was going to get off easy, some places got up to 8 inches there, which is impressive. And even the city had a foot in the Bronx, a foot in Brooklyn. And as we go into Nassau County, you can see most places got around a foot of snow. Anything ranging from around 10 inches. North Shore maybe got slightly less. Further east you went, obviously the totals would go higher. 15 in Baldwin, and Manhattan didn't get hit too hard. They didn't get the foot of snow. Queens sure did though. Most of the areas in Queens got close to a foot, but the real impressive totals are going to be out in Suffolk County, just as I figured that they would be. Terryville, which is by Port Jefferson, 16 inches. Middle Island, 16 inches. Islip Airport, 15.8 inches. So you generally have it around, I would say, 12 to 15 inches in Suffolk County. I'm going to lean more toward the 15 end of it. Really impressive snowfall. Way, way off. We were originally thinking around 8 to 10 in Suffolk County. So almost double the amounts. Compared to what we thought would happen. And Westchester didn't get off any easier either. They got a foot of snow in certain areas too. So the size of the heavy snow area was much larger than we anticipated, because the storm was larger. Even the models couldn't even handle how big this storm was. And some of these peak wind gusts too were pretty impressive too here. Look at Bayville, 66 miles an hour. Suffolk County, Great Gull Island, 64 miles an hour. And these are impressive wind gusts. And I'm really amazed that there weren't more power outages. They were just mainly scattered power outages. And no power problems here in Mineola, luckily. And then these are the sustained winds. 33 at Fairfield, 34 in Middlesex County. And we'll go to the Long Island ones because those are the more impressive ones. Sustained ones at 40. So now let's go ahead and look at the New Jersey side of things. Let's start here. We'll start up here in Atlantic County. Actually, we should take a look at Delaware because some of their totals are pretty impressive too. But let's start here in New Jersey. Atlantic County. Again, we thought they weren't going to see as much, and they got slammed. Atlantic County, 14.2 inches at the Atlantic City Airport there. Burlington County. All right, Burlington didn't get hit as hard, though. See, the further west you went, it went down now. Mount Holly, 6.8. Mount Laurel, 6.0. But Cape May, man, right along the coast there, 17 inches. 17 inches in Cape May there, which is pretty impressive. We go to Middlesex County, not quite as bad. Old Bridge, 8.5. Cheesequake State Park, 9.6. Monmouth County got hit hard too. Coastal Monmouth, 16.5 at Howell. So southeastern Monmouth, 14 inches. 14 inches at Freehold. They got hit pretty hard. Ocean County, I think, has the highest totals though. Brick Township, and both Brick Township and Bayville, 18 inches. Not too far from 2 feet there. Very impressive. Much more than we thought. Easily double over the forecast amount. Toms River, 14.3. So, yeah, a lot of snow that they got. A lot of snow. I'm sure the Pine Barrens must look very pretty. And then it goes down as you head into northwestern New Jersey. I'm going to not go over Pennsylvania here, but we'll look at some of these peak wind gusts here. And in the 53 miles an hour, Atlantic City International Airport. Ocean County, Augusta, 59. So on those barrier islands, they must have really got pounded with the winds. So now we're going to look at the effect on the Long Island Railroad. Before we get to the Long Island Railroad, I just want to say that Nice Bus finally did wind up completely suspending service, and I'm really surprised they didn't do it sooner because when I was out at 11 a.m., the roads were almost impassable. They were just, completely snow-covered, completely. There was no way around it. Anyway, let's go. The trains aren't doing too well either. So we have problems on Metro North. We have problems on the Long Island Railroad. Babylon Branch has delays too. 45 minutes. Far Rockaway delays. Far Rockaway was restored. It was suspended for a while. So I'm surprised the railroad has not done worse today, actually. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Long Beach has delays. These are just the 30 to 45 system-wide delays. Don't use the trains if you don't have to, because there's a good chance you're going to get stranded with these conditions. Oyster Bay delays. There's a cancellation there on the Oyster Bay line. Or Jefferson service bypassing Syosset and Cold Spring Harbor due to winter weather conditions. Probably heavy third rail icing over there. And they have to, get their trains through and plow trains through and clear out all the third rail and all that. And it's hard when all that blowing snow around, too. And service is suspended now on the Ronkonkoma branch in both directions between Farmingdale and Ronkonkoma due to a broken rail. You know what? Let me just zoom this out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. All right, so yeah, we have a Ronkonkoma branch suspension in both directions between Farmingdale and Ronkonkoma due to a broken rail near Central Islip. The Long Island Railroad is in the process of securing buses, but they are not on scene at the time. Yeah, don't even try to even get around on the Long Island Railroad unless you absolutely have to. The same can be said for the roads. And I would expect some type of modified schedule for tomorrow due to all the snow and accumulation. And I think a lot of people would and should be staying home tomorrow. And they shouldn't be commuting due to these conditions. We just had a pretty historic blizzard that I think we all completely underestimated. So on that note, this concludes this video. I hope you're all inside, warm and safe. And the Pine Barrens are sure going to be pretty, but with those temperatures, it's going to sure be a little difficult for me to get there between that and all that heavy snow. So I don't know if I'm going to even try. Well, I'll try, but it can't be anything too big, that's for sure. But anyway, take it easy and be safe.